Hello, everybody. Just kind of waited just to make sure, that there would at least be one person on here before I start talking. I've been doing the 2080 weight loss diet for the last 2 months. Did pretty good until the end of, I don't know, was it 2 weeks ago? And the rest of the month's just been a crash. So, I number one, have to get back into doing my walks every day, which I just have felt like I don't have any energy whatsoever. And I know that whenever I got my blood drawn, my iron was a little on the low side. So I think, at least for this month, doing something like meat and fruit or meat, fruit, and veggies would probably help a little bit on that end. So totally switching it up on what I plan on doing and something a little different. Because I don't know if I was, to be honest, I don't know if I was stalling or if it was that time of the month, but I got discouraged. And I am a very emotional eater. I eat my emotions, and I've been trying hard not to do that. And it was just that lab week food on Friday just screwed me up. I should have went ahead and stuck with it. I had Pizza Hut, I think 2 weekends before that, and I was fine after eating that. Let's switch hands. Sorry, I'm getting some water. So, it's really just been a learning experience all the way around. Not just learning things about myself and acknowledging those things instead of brushing them off, but figuring out what works for me and what's going to help me get to my final goal, which isn't just the weight loss, but the learning to eat the way that is sufficient for me and my body and do right by myself. I don't know if I ever shared any of my whys on here, but my whys, my family, my kids, my 2 boys, and my husband, and just breaking that cycle that I've noticed that my family's been in for generations, and that's been that ever lingering diabetes and heart issues. And I just don't want to have to deal with it. I want to be healthy. I want to be 70, 80, 90 years old, still being able to take names and kick behinds. So, 95 and out running around with great grandkids and, stuff that my parents aren't going to be able to do because they've both passed away due to cancer and diabetes that was not taken care of. And if I even remember correctly, I don't even think their parents were alive long enough to do anything with those grandkids. I can barely remember my grandma, from when I was real young, but I think she passed away when I was 8. So, like, I want to be able to do things, be here for a while, you know, unless God calls me home for whatever reason. I'm good with that too. But if the Lord wants me to be here for my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids, then I want to be here for them. And there's a really pretty pond, lake, whatever you want to call it over here. I keep looking at it because sometimes there's birds and other things, and sometimes you can see there's carp in there, and sometimes you can see them up at the top of the water scooting around in there. But I also want to be able to, I know both of my boys are in their teens, but to teach them the difference between bad eating habits, good eating habits, how you can change yourself from being bad in one situation to another. They don't know my whole story. I haven't openly told a lot of people. Some people know my story. And one day that will come out. I will present that when the time is right. But I learned recently that I used food as a comfort at a time in my life when I didn't think I had anything there for comfort. Now granted, I had my mom, and between her and my sister, those are the two strongest influences that I have had in my life. And it kind of hurts a part of me to think that I could not trust, or I shouldn't say trust, but I couldn't lean on my mom for that comfort that I needed. Instead, I used food. And of course, growing up, we did not get a life of luxury of sitting indoors, playing games, going over to friends' houses and not doing anything. Mowing the yard, weed eating the yard, raking leaves, picking up sticks, helping cut trees down for firewood for the winter, stacking it, chopping it, moving it from here to there, all the outside stuff. So I was able to burn all that emotional food off. And after leaving home, of course, when you don't deal with things, they have a tendency to hang on, and you never learn how to deal with those things. So you just do what comes natural. So for me, that was eating. And it's so crazy. I'm 42 and I'm just now finding this out. Like, it's just insane. And one of the things that I hope to, oh, he's so pretty. See if you guys can see him. Little birdie there on the cattail. Are you singing for me? Oh, he's so pretty. But one of the things that I'm hoping to be able to do whenever I finally hit my goals is that possibly get a license or whatever you want to call it for, like, personal coaching or personal trainer. I've even thought about doing nutrition, dietitian, like being able to go in and probably be able to do more with like a private school, but to teach the kids what real nutrition is and not this crap that they're teaching in the school now. The whole backwards pyramid, that like the most important thing that you need is like bread and carbs and pasta. Like, there's nothing wrong with that stuff. There's not. It's just the most important thing is your protein. And oh, hello, it's a ducky. The ducks. Oh, he's got babies. And there's another one. Oh, so cute. So cute. They're so fluffy. They're so fluffy. Anyway, but able to teach them correct nutrition. Nutrition the way that we are supposed to eat, meaning whole foods, things that come from nature. Oh, there's more babies. Where's your mama? Is your mama down there, guys? Y'all look lost. Oh, they're so cute. 3 more babies. But like to teaching kids where their food comes from, like teaching them how to plant tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, watermelon, cantaloupe, beans, all that stuff, and have them go out every day and water and look to see how the plants are growing, and that kind of stuff I think would be really cool. Stuff that these kids, I think they need to know. But then again, there's the whole, it's the education system. And, you know, with that, I can only do what they allow. That's why I'm wondering if maybe private school would be better. But, hello, Michael. I'm glad I'm not. Yes. And okay, so with me doing the 2080 and trying to stay in a ketosis burn, I found out that Pizza Hut doesn't mess with that, which is really weird. Either that or I just can get back into ketosis very quickly. But yeah, I don't think, I mean, I understand we have to eat everything in moderation. Like, I totally get it and I totally understand. But I think what a lot of people don't get is that when you have disordered eating or an issue, sometimes you have to cut those things out in order to get better, to fix your mind and your body, because at the same time, the food noise is just insane sometimes. And like, what was it? Last night, I ended up dealing with the food noise and I wanted pineapple. And I was like, well, I can't really have that. But like yesterday just was not 2080. Like tonight wasn't 2080. I technically shouldn't even eat tonight. But trying to get my body to where I can start fasting again. And that's where I come into the whole, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for my food when I do eat. But I don't even remember what I was saying. I just like went on totally different rabbit trail. But I know cinnamon rolls are a no-no for right now. I can do things that I normally would eat, but I just have to take it down a notch. I guess more portion control. I actually like the 1 meal a day or the 1 plate a day that I had been doing, because I mean, if I wasn't doing 2080, it would give me a little bit more freedom with like the cleaner carbs, rice, potatoes, and then like I like corn, carrots, green beans, peas, broccoli. Being able to have that stuff on my plate and not so much of the fat, because TMI, if you don't want to hear this, click off now. But, oh God, oh, you scared me. But yeah, I would not want to listen right now if you don't like nasty stuff. But eating a lot of oil and fats, regardless whether they're good fats, because I'd eat a lot of olive oil with my foods, like the whole next like 2 or 3 hours, it's like a volcano coming out down there. And number one, I don't think that's good for my hydration, because it's losing a lot of water that I've taken in throughout the day. Therefore, I would have to drink a lot to go to bed, and then I'd be up peeing all night. So that, not just the water, but the minerals and the vitamins, all that stuff gets flushed out with that. So I want something, I'm not doing that every time that I eat. So, and I like my fruit. I miss not having fruit. I miss not having potatoes. And for the most part, because my iron was low when I did my blood test, or I should say on the lower side of the normal range, I miss eating a lot of my red meat. Because if you've been watching any of my videos, it's been all processed. Sausages, Spam. So I just want to get to eating more natural, not so much processed things. So, or minimally processed. So that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here, because I obviously am easy to scare and I need to pay attention to my surroundings. So with that, thank you for watching my live. And I think this is my first live actually on YouTube. I've done lives on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, just not on here. But I appreciate you for staying and for listening and commenting. It means a lot, especially on my first live. So thank you again, and I will see you guys later. If I can figure out how to get out of here. Okay, so button right there.